Hello, everyone, and welcome to quiz class. Today we have 100 questions and we will be looking at images. So let's test your knowledge on 6 different categories. Here are our quiz class awards. Please let us know how you ranked in the comments. And our categories are Lost Cities and Civilizations, Explorers and Their Exploits, Inventions that Shaped History, Landmarks and Their Legends, Man-Made Wonders, and Mythology and Folklore. So let's begin with Lost Cities and Civilizations. Which civilization thrived in the American Southeast and mid-continent from about 700 CE until European contact and colonization? The Mesopotamians, the Mayans, or the Mississippians? The Mississippians. Which ancient lost city was located near modern-day Collinsville, Illinois? Atlantis, Cahokia, or Palenque? Cahokia. Which ancient lost city was the capital of the Nabatean kingdom and is known for its impressive rock-carved architecture? Palenque, Jordan, or Petra? Petra. Which ancient city was buried under volcanic ash and pumice after the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE? Calibangan, Mohenjo-Daro, or Pompeii? Pompeii. Which ancient civilization existed around 8,000 years ago in present-day India and Pakistan? The Aztec civilization, the Indus Valley civilization, or the Mayan civilization? The Indus Valley civilization. What is the name of this archaeological site? Carthage, Noah, or Petra? Carthage. What is this place known as? The ruins of ancient Assos, the ruins of ancient Athens, or the ruins of the ancient Acropolis? The ruins of ancient Assos. What is the name of this ancient temple? The Temple of Aphrodite, the Temple of Athena, or the Temple of Dendera? The Temple of Dendera, or the Hathor Temple. Where is this ancient ruin located? Greece, China, or Australia? Greece. What is the name of this ancient site? Athena, Heraclea, or Petra? Heraclea. Which lost city was part of the Indus Valley civilization and had advanced urban planning? Angkor, Mohenjo-Daro, or Palenque? Mohenjo-Daro. Which field of study was developed as a result of the search for lost cities? Archaeology, anthropology, or geology? Archaeology. Which ancient city was the capital of the Khmer Empire and is known for its impressive temple complexes? Angkor, Metropolis, or Palenque? Angkor. Which ancient city was made famous by the epic poems of Homer? Rome, Sparta, or Troy? Troy. Which ancient city was built by the Inca civilization in the 15th century? Angkor, Palmyra, or Machu Picchu? Machu Picchu. And let's move to explorers and their exploits. Who was the Italian explorer who traveled to China in the 13th century? Marco Polo, Christopher Columbus, or Ferdinand Magellan? Marco Polo. True or false? James Cook made 3 voyages to the Pacific Ocean in the 17th century. And this is false. It was in the 18th century. Who led the first circumnavigation of the globe from 1519 to 1522? James Cook, Ferdinand Magellan, or Christopher Columbus? Ferdinand Magellan. Who was a Native American woman who accompanied the Lewis and Clark expedition in the early 19th century? Sacagawea, Mulan, or Pocahontas? Sacagawea. Who led the first successful expedition to reach the South Pole in 1911? Alexandra David Neil, Jacques Cousteau, or Roald Amundsen? Roald Amundsen. Who played a key role in the establishment of modern Iraq in the early 20th century? Gertrude Bell, Jacques Cousteau, or Marco Polo? Gertrude Bell. Who was the first Western woman to enter the forbidden city of Lhasa in Tibet in 1924? Gertrude Bell, Bessie Coleman, or Alexandra David Neil? Alexandra David Neil. True or false? Jacques Cousteau co-developed the aqualung, a device that allowed divers to stay underwater for extended periods of time. This is true. Who became the first person to walk on the moon in 1969? Yuri Gagarin, Buzz Aldrin, or Neil Armstrong? Neil Armstrong. Who led the expedition that resulted in the fall of the Aztec Empire in the early 16th century? Zheng He, Hernan Cortez, or Marco Polo? Hernan Cortez. Who led the Imperial Trans-Antarctic Expedition in 1914? Amelia Earhart, Ernest Shackleton, or Jacques Cousteau? Ernest Shackleton. True or false? Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean in 1932. And this is true. Who established the first maritime route from Europe to India in the late 15th century? Vasco da Gama, Christopher Columbus, or Pedro Alvarez Cabral? Vasco da Gama. Who traveled extensively across Africa, Asia, and Europe in the 14th century? Ibn Battuta, Sir Edmund Hillary, or John Cabot? Ibn Battuta. Who is credited with the exploration and colonization of Greenland in the 10th century? Eric the Red, Henry the Navigator, or Sir Edmund Hillary? Eric the Red. And let's move to inventions that shaped history. What is the name of the first ever commercially available handheld mobile phone? Sony Ericsson, Motorola Dynatec, or Samsung E250? Motorola Dynatec. Which Swiss inventor built and patented a hydrogen and oxygen-powered internal combustion engine in the early 1800s? Etienne Lenoir, Francois-Isaac de Rivaz, or Carl Benz? Francois-Isaac de Rivaz. What is the name of the first ever successful airplane to have had a controlled, sustained, and powered flight? Wright glider, Wright flyer, or Wright machine? The Wright flyer. How was leavened bread invented? By purposely leaving bread outside to ferment, using a type of worm to eat the dough, or by accident? By accident. What three-wheeler is credited as the first practical automobile powered by an internal combustion engine? The Hippomobile, the Benz patent motor wagon, or the de Rivaz wagon? The Benz patent motor wagon. Based on the available archaeological evidence and research, who is believed to have invented the wheel first? The Mesopotamian civilization, the Persian civilization, or the Vikings? The Mesopotamian civilization. When did Johannes Gutenberg invent the printing press? The 15th century, 16th century, or 17th century? The 15th century. Who invented the steam engine? Thomas Edison, Thomas Brown, or Thomas Savery? Thomas Savery. Who improved the steam engine? Thomas Savery, James Watt, or Nikola Tesla? James Watt. Question 40. Who is credited with creating the internet and its communication protocols we use today? Bill Gates, Tim Berners-Lee, or Vincent Cerf and Bob Kahn? Vincent Cerf and Bob Kahn. What car was the first to offer consumers the safety of a safety belt? Cutlass, Ford, or Volvo? Volvo. The Actinio 2, constructed in 1857 by Spanish political activist and inventor Nardes Montoriol Estoril, is regarded as the first of what? Apparatus capable of taking flight, a submarine, or a military device? An engine-powered submarine. Who is credited with finding electricity while performing a now famous kite-flying experiment in 1752? Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Edison, or Isaac Newton? Benjamin Franklin. When does the earliest recording of a functioning windmill date back to? Around 300 to 600 AD, 700 to 900 AD, or around the year 1400? Around 700 to 900 AD. When did John Harwood invent the first self-winding wristwatch? 1723, 1823, or 1923? 1923. And let's move to landmarks and their legends. Which historical marvel was devastated by an earthquake in 226 BCE? The Colossus of Rhodes, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, or Pharaoh's lighthouse? The Colossus of Rhodes. Which famous landmark is located in the City of Love? The Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or the Colosseum? The Eiffel Tower. Which landmark, when coins are thrown into its fountain, is said to grant wishes? The Fountain of Youth, the Wishing Well, or the Trevi Fountain? The Trevi Fountain. Where is the location of Stonehenge? Cambridge, England, London, England, or Wiltshire, England? Wiltshire, England. Question 50. Which historical site is connected to the legends surrounding King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table? Tintagel Castle, Bolsover Castle, or Corfe Castle? The Tintagel Castle in Cornwall. Multiple choice, no multiple choice. Which monument is well known for having a leaning structure? No multiple choice here. The Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. Which landmark is associated with the legend of the Minotaur? The Palace of Crete, the Palace of Knossos, or the Palace of Minos? The Palace of Knossos. Which landmark is regarded as one of the world's new seven wonders? The Lighthouse of Alexandria, the Great Pyramid of Giza, or the Great Wall of China? The Great Wall of China. When was the campaign started to decide on the new seven wonders of the world? 1900, 1950, or 2000? 2000. Which location is connected to the Holy Grail legend? Glastonbury Tor in England, Chapel of St. Grail in Valencia, Spain, both, and more. Both and more. Which famous location is thought to be the tombs of ancient Egyptian rulers like Tutankhamun and Ramses II? The Temple of the Pharaohs, the Pyramid of the Saints, or the Valley of the Kings? The Valley of the Kings. When was the list of the seven new wonders made public after 100 million people cast their votes? 2000, 2010, or 2017? Which monument is seen as a representation of eternal love? Big Ben, the Taj Mahal, or the Eiffel Tower? The Taj Mahal. Which location is connected to the Robin Hood legends? Sherwood Forest, Knysna Forest, or the Enchanted Forest? Sherwood Forest. Which site is also called the cradle of democracy? The Acropolis of Athens, the Giza Necropolis, or the Colosseum? The Colosseum. And let's move on to man-made wonders. Which historic city is renowned for its distinctive rock-cut architecture and is carved into sandstone cliffs? Athens, Babylon, or Petra? Petra. True or false? The Palm Jumeirah in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, is an engineering marvel that consists of a vast network of canals and artificial islands. And this is false. It is in Dubai. How far does the Great Wall of China stretch? 13,000 meters, 1,300 kilometers, or 13,000 miles? (13,000 miles). Despite being the only ancient wonder still standing, what else is true about the Great Pyramid of Giza? It was built as a tomb for the 3rd dynasty Egyptian pharaoh. It was constructed around 2000 BC, or it is the oldest of the ancient wonders. It is the oldest of the ancient wonders. The Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro stands atop which mountain? Mount of Olives, Corcovado Mountain, or Mount Roraima? Corcovado Mountain. What is the name of the largest spherical building in the world? The Las Vegas Sphere, the New York Dome, or Yankee Super Bowl? The Las Vegas Sphere. What famous building is shown in the image? The Burj Al Arab, the Burj Jaipur, or the Burj Khalifa? The Burj Khalifa. What is the significance of the Panama Canal? It bypasses the journey around South America. It is used as economic leverage, or it was built with military intent. It bypasses their journey around South America. What is the name of the Danish architect that designed the Sydney Opera House? Bjarke Ingels, Bjorn Utzon, or Louis Becker? Bjorn Utzon. What two places does the Channel Tunnel, also known as the Channel, connect? Bedford and London, Denmark and Norway, or England and France? England and France. What is the ISS, or International Space Station? A US-backed international spy satellite, a habitable space station, or a space station set up by NATO? A habitable space station that orbits the Earth. Where is the Hoover Dam located? Nevada and Arizona, Ohio and New Orleans, or Texas and New Mexico? Nevada and Arizona. Once the tallest twin towers, where is the Petronas Towers located? Abu Dhabi, Hawaii, or Malaysia? Malaysia. What makes the Chongqing Metro unique? The fastest train in the world, incorporation of mountainous terrain, or special rails that enable it to go upside down? The incorporation of mountainous terrain. What is this bridge in southern France known as? Brière Aqueduct, Millau Aqueduct, Viaduct, or Pont Neuf? Millau Viaduct. And let's go to mythology and folklore. What makes the basilisk one of the most feared creatures in mythology? Its scales alone can cut through armor, it has the power to kill a person with a stare, or it breathes fire. It has the power to kill a person with a single glare. Which of the following is not from Greek mythology? Zeus, Poseidon, or Tanuki? Tanuki. What is the name of the dragon-like creature from Japanese mythology? Kitsune, Tanuki, or Ru? Ru. What is the Egyptian god Ra the god of? The sun, the moon, or Jupiter? The sun. What is the king of gods in Greek mythology, Zeus, associated with? Fire, thunder, or water? Thunder. What is the creation myth in Japanese mythology referred to as? Genesis, Kojiki, or Izanagi and Izanami? Kojiki. What is Tartaros according to Hesiod's Theogony? Heaven, earth, or the underworld? The underworld. What is the goddess Amaterasu associated with? Agriculture, fertility and health, beauty, light and the universe, or war, success and wealth? Beauty, light, and the universe. What is the Norse creation myth called? Ginnungagap, Midgard, or Prose Edda? Prose Edda. What is the name of the Egyptian goddess of magic and motherhood? Horus, Isis, or Osiris? Isis. Who is the Norse god of thunder? Indra, Thor, or Zeus? Thor. What part did Egyptian mythology play in the government structure of ancient Egypt? Pharaohs were believed to be the embodiment of gods. Pharaoh's word was second to that of Osiris, or pharaohs were believed to become gods. They were embodiments of gods. Which of the following is not a part of Native American mythology? Thunderbirds, water spirits, or Hall of Mott? Hall of Mott. What is Brigid the Norse goddess of? War, abundance, and sovereignty, beauty, fertility, and love, or poetry, healing, and smithcraft? Poetry, healing, and smithcraft. Which of these is a trickster according to Native American mythology? The coyote, hag or witch, or thunderbirds? Coyote. And let's go to our mystery round. We are on question 91. What is the name of this historic building? The Harvard University Historic Building, the Kremlin Palace Estate, or Oxford University Memorial Hall? Harvard University Historic Building. What is the name of the building shown in this image? St. Basil's Cathedral, Cologne Cathedral, or Duomo di Milano? St. Basil's Cathedral. What is the name for an electrode that is positively charged? Anode, cathode, or electronode? Anode. No multiple choice here. What does KFC stand for? And that would be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Question 95. What is a group of crows called? A troop, a murder, or a crew? A murder. Which of these flags represent the Republic of Serbia? A, B, or C? And the answer is A. Which of these is a representation of Pikachu, a Pokemon character? A, B, or C? C is the answer. Which nation is Elon Musk a native of? Australia, Ireland, or South Africa? South Africa. How many dots appear on a standard six-sided die? 21, 24, or 42? 21. Last question. Multiple choice? No multiple choice. Which swimming stroke is named after an insect? And this, of course, is the butterfly stroke. Bonus question. What is the number of quarters in an NFL football game? Let us know the answer in the comments, and I would like to correct. The Acropolis is the cradle of democracy in Athens, not the Colosseum. The Acropolis is the cradle of democracy and not the Colosseum. Here we have our quiz class Einstein rewards. And of course, Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We will see you next time. Bye bye.